Hi. Another film that I've recently watched that came up on my Netflix queue was The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. It was released last year, and it's the directing debut of Chiwetel Ejiofor, the Oscar-nominated British actor. Um, I didn't really know much about it, but I recognised the name, so I went in for it. And it's a rather fascinating story. It's a true story of the young boy named William Kamkwamba from Malawi. Lived in an extremely poor village, but had an interest in engineering, in physics, and in trying to help the people locally to um, farm their crops at a time when it was becoming increasingly difficult to do so, when corporations were buying up the local trees, which caused the local land to flood and then caused um, droughts, dry spells, uh, which was making life exceptionally tough. And with his creativity, um, he was able to design and build a windmill to charge batteries to operate a water pump to irrigate the land, meaning that they could have a second harvest of crops per year and revitalize the entire village. And he has since then gone on to great acclaim as a um, an advocate for scientific innovation in poor parts of the world. It's a fairly straightforward story told from William's point of view, with Ejiofor playing his father. And I felt that it's quite an old-fashioned type of story about the young boy who makes good, um, who helps his village. Um, but it's interesting to see the story told entirely with um, an Afro-Caribbean cast, African characters. I don't think there are any white actors in the film at all. Um, and indeed, it was submitted to the Academy Awards as Britain's entry for foreign language film. Most of the dialogue is, in fact, it's about a 50-50 split between English and local Malawian language. Um, but although it's a fine story and it's well told, it is still nevertheless quite schematic. It's very well told as a first film. Ejiofor understands how to tell the story. He's a very skilled, straight down the line writer and director, and the film lacks perhaps a more um, creative, idiosyncratic way of telling the story. But that's not to say that the story should be told that way. This is something that should be going straight down the line. A simple, well-told story about a very brilliant young man and his very impressive achievement. Um, so it's a good film rather than a great one. Hopefully, Ejiofor will continue to work as a director and develop his skill further. He could have a very fine career ahead of him, and it's worth bearing in mind.